Hey Starshines, welcome back. Assuming if you guys are still watching. Welcome back to another video discussing the SMG4 Totally Canon AU. So, if you guys have been following me on DeviantArt, you may have seen the already posted redesigns of two SMG4 characters. These characters will be Melony and Kaizo. I'm gonna be honest here, these two bugged me the most, mostly Melony. With all due respect to the Melony lovers, I'm just gonna say this right now. I hate her. The design, how she's written pre-revelations, her personality around Axel, I'm getting too carried away here. That's right for another video. While their designs are okay, I want to see if I can add a little spin to them. Make them have more character and uniqueness. Just note, these two characters are gonna be the only big changes of their designs. No way are they in relation to the canon SMG4 universes, and they will be the designs that will be used for the AU, and these are just my interpretations of them. Do not ask me to redesign any other characters. I will do them at my own will. The first character I will be redesigning first will be Melony. Melony is a weird one, to be honest. Melony is apparently a watermelon at first, but then she was then equipped with the Fears of Deity mask, and then she became a human girl with the deity powers. Yeah, Kevin made a weird decision for creating her, to be honest. So I want to see if I can have a go at not only redesigning her, but rewriting her. I just basically traced over her post in the official SMG4 wiki page. Once I got her body and hair down, I moved on to the fun stuff. When I think of Melony and what her personality is, which is lazy and chill, yet does productive hobbies like hacking, it gives me some streetwear vibes. I found an image that I will be referring to for Melony. What really bothered me about Melony's design is that before Melony became human, she had Maggie's headgear on. Headphone, goggles, and beanie, yet when she became human, all of her headgear was gone. I know it's to make Melony different from the others, but remember, Melony is still Maggie's copy, so I have to give Melony some Maggie aspects. I gave her earphones, and at first I want to give her goggles, but then to make it more unique, and since Melony is a hacker, I gave her these techie visor shades. It's like the type that looks like regular visors, yet they're very techy. Something like what Terezi wears from Homestuck. You won't see it now, but it'll be in the line art stage. Moving on to the clothes, I had a bit of trouble with it for a long while. I wanted to get a heavy reference off of the photo, with the hoodie underneath and the jacket on top. I did what I could with it for a while, then I sketched out these baggy streetwear pants. But they didn't really suit right, so I just drew those tight yet big street pants with the hanging belt, cause I think they look cool. I then sketched out those melon hair clips before sketching out what she would look like with her hoodie down. I also just realized that I have made Melony's hair slightly longer than it was meant to, and she doesn't have that little swirl on her hair sadly, but then again it was my first time drawing Melony, so bear with me. Now to the line art. By the way, the final outcome of the redesign will be slightly altered, mostly on Melony's body and a bit of her deity form. Because, 1. Melony is a melon, a round fruit. I do not mean to body shame anyone here or her by any means possible, but with Melony's original design, it's just... I mean, come on! I get that with her chest they're meant to be huge, cause... you know, watermelons, but they do not stick out like that. Melony is wearing a big-ass hoodie, yet somehow her chest is sticking out so much that the hoodie doesn't even smooth it out. I don't really know what to say it from there. That's not how clothes work. What I'm saying is, I'm making Melony chubby. There aren't a lot of chubby characters apart from Mario, plus I think it makes Melony more cute that way. Number 2. The size of her waist! I get that the type Melony has is an hourglass type of body, but her waist does not need to be that thin! How the hell is her back not broken from the size of that chest? Now with that ran out of the way, let's get back to the redesign, shall we? In the line art process, I have changed her clothes to make Melony have her original hoodie. I did, however, just alter it lightly. To be fair, I really like Melony's hoodie design, and it's actually really cute. I just feel like the original model doesn't really do it right. Of course, I gave her no shoes, cause having no shoes in my opinion is fun. Now to the fun colors. I just basically got the colors from the original model and just colored in Melony's hoodie, and it's almost the exact same. I did, however, make the sleeves at the end green to give it a nice contrast. I have made the pants a dark gray with the cuffs a light gray, and gave her socks the red-pink lines. I actually used the color from Melony's concept design, and I used the odd one out, which is this one right here, the color for the lines of the street pants and the belts. I then colored the hoodie part white. I don't know why, it just gives a better vibe and contrast to the rest of her clothing. I then made her hair green, cause she's a melon, and gave Melony what was basically the same from her face and accessories. And then when I moved on to her hands, I wanted to give Melony those cool gloves that digital artists sometimes wear for their drawing monitor. Half gloves, was it? It gives off more of that chill techie vibe from her. I then colored in the headphones with the same black and red, and I designed a little circle of it, a watermelon pattern, cause it's cute. While the design of Deity Melony is in the making, cause there's not too much of a redesign happening there, I have said that I have rewritten their personalities and lore, so I'll do that. Her origin is basically the same from the SMG4 Mario babies. However, when she became a human in The Mask of Madness, that's where I made the most changes. Because, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm just saying, Melony is a brat. I'm sorry, but I just see her as a brat and a Mary Sue before the Revelations arc. She was whiny, childish, incredibly lazy, and stated by Axel himself,
but she has the innocence of a 5-year-old.
Her entire personality is a mindset of a 5-year-old. She is way too overused, is basically a sloth, is basically stupid up until the Genesis arc where she grew a damn spine. Her character is super annoying, and she was basically so careless around Axel up until when he was possessed. And it's like he means the world to her. I hated her character a lot. I somewhat get what they were going for, having a character that is having an anime girl that is innocent as a child, yet a power of a god, but the way they portrayed her made her look like a Mary Sue. So instead, this is how I rewritten Melony. She is a very laid-back and chill girl who very much specializes in hacking. There are times when she is lazy and childish at times, like the mental age of somewhat around 13 while her actual age is 19. But she is a very relaxed and very chill with everyone. While she is mostly innocent, she is mature at her age and for her age. Overall, she's just a sweetheart. I have also got to reduce her appearances at least before the Genesis arc and the Revelations arc, just to make her more of a side character who is between not in the SMG4 crew and before officially moving to the SMG4 crew. Melony just wants to be friends with everyone and has genuine care for Axel. She just didn't be around him because it's for relationship plot, but it's a real cute, sweet, genuine friendship that they have together. Oh, and I will have to add that she sleeps, but she ain't like a damn sloth. She mainly sleeps because she does the majority of her time doing hacking or IT work with her own laptop that she brings everywhere. Therefore, she's mostly tired. It gives her a reason to be sleepy instead of doing it for no damn reason. Might I add that she sleeps in the weirdest spots possible and at the worst times? Like, hello? I wanted to give off the feeling of Melony doing technology or hacking more, which is why I gave her a more streetwear techie vibe. Even if she does hacking in the original SMG4 universe, it was implied from little to none at all. Plus, I even forgot that she did hacking once. Actually, reading those out, that description reminds me of an already existing character, Tari. Tari is the sweet and innocent techie girl and is actually a pacifist. Original Melony was not only a copy of Meggy, but Tari as well. And that's not really much of a compliment, to be honest. But for this AU, I'm gonna say that Tari and Melony are really good friends who hang out a lot together, besides Axel. They're basically a perfect girlfriend duo. I never really understood why those girls never really hung out together in the SMG4 universe. They seem like they would work well together. And here she is, the new Melony design. The watermelon girl who not only does computer work in IT, but is also the holder of the fierce deity mask. I'm actually super happy how she turned out. Look at her! I already love and adore her when I really hated her before. For those of you who follow me on DeviantArt or Twitter, whoa, I can safely say you guys really love the design too. I'm actually super happy how you guys really love the redesign. Now let's move on to the demon himself, Kaizo Kuruminaru. Kuruminaru? Did I? Screw it. With Kaizo's original model, it's interesting to say the least. Don't get me wrong, when I first saw him, I thought design could be a bit better. I like the idea of having the edgy spunk demon guy in the friend group, and his personality isn't that bad either. The design though, we can work on that. I actually took a reference off of another artist's redesign of Kaizo and taking some inspiration off of it. So credits to them. Instead of Kaizo having the short sleeve jacket, I actually made it a short red vest that has been ripped on the armholes, and just to have Kaizo wear a black shirt underneath. I know I might make Kaizo more edgy with this redesign, but I want to give Kaizo more pizzazz to his character. I then decided to give Kaizo pants cuffs, cause to me the baggy pants didn't really suit right. And after I'm done with the pants, I moved on to add fingerless gloves and bandages to Kaizo. It gives him more of that punk look, you know? And of course, what would be a demon without a tail? Besides Whisk from Sunset Paradise, I never really saw any characters with a tail. And honestly, Kaizo deserves one. It just adds to the idea that he isn't really a human. He is a demon after all. What would be an edgy character without any scars? I want to give Kaizo a scar on the cheek at first, but I figured that's too common on characters. So I added a scar on the neck as well, the same side where his cheek scar is. It goes to show how Kaizo actually gets into fights and riots. Oh, and I almost forgot to say that I have added those triangle ears with piercings on them. You know, to just add that the fact that Kaizo ain't human. Also, as I just realized as I did the line art, I forgot to add the shirt logo on Kaizo, but you know what? I think it looks better without it. Now let's get on to the colors. Basically, I kept Kaizo's clothes the same, with his pants cuffs being a light gray. The big changes here are actually the skin and the hair. I haven't really seen many of color in the SMG4 besides Whisk and Dusty, so I want to expand that by making Kaizo brown with vitiligo. I've actually been experimenting giving my OCs vitiligo, plus I find those with vitiligo really pretty. This has got to be the best decision I have made with Kaizo, giving him split black and white hair. I have actually seen other Kaizo redesigns, and some of them actually gave Kaizo black hair, and honestly I find that super cool. With Kaizo's horns, I realized that making them black would clash too much with Kaizo's black hair. So I have thought that having it as a red and black gradient on the horns would work, and it does. Also, that way, it leaves out the typical red demon horns idea. I also gave it the same treatment as the tail. Kaizo himself is now done, but I'm not done with the redesign overall. I also want to see if I can change up Kaizo's weapon and drumsticks. In my opinion, Kaizo's scythe is really boring. I want to see if I can add some more flair to it alongside the drumsticks. I also took heavy inspiration off of another beautiful fan art of Kaizo. I'll put it up the credits right now. I really love the idea of sticking Kaizo's drums not only as drumsticks, but as sickles as well. Then that way, when Kaizo needs to fight in a short distance combat, he can use his sickles to fight instead of his scythe. I was too lazy to draw the new scythe, so imagine it being like the sickle but bigger.